September 1st, 1979. A match is struck to light a fire in Nickel Plate Road steam locomotive 765. It's been 21 years since the firebox of the 765 felt the life-giving warmth of a hot fire. Today's the day when all the back-breaking hours of work on this old machine will become worth every minute of effort. The struggling with frozen bolts that even a torch wouldn't budge. The hurriedly eaten meals in the grass on Ryan Road. And the strain that sometimes even the tools couldn't stand. But today is different. Coal has been loaded and the tender filled with water. There's half a glass of water showing, and the steam gauge is rising slowly. Soon it will be time. Soon, all the hours spent during the last 5 years rebuilding this machine will seem but a brief moment. The men and women of the Fort Wayne Railroad Historical Society are about to find out that the old saying is true. In 1963, Nickel Plate Berk 765 made what many thought would be her final move. She was pulled into Lawton Park and became the showpiece of downtown Fort Wayne, Indiana. In 1972, Glenn Brendel, Wayne York, Walter Sussmanhausen, and John Eichmann became the first officers of the Fort Wayne Railroad Historical Society, a new organization dedicated to finding a new display site for the engine and maybe, just maybe, restoring the engine to operating condition. The restoration effort was kicked off on October 25th, 1975, when a press conference was held at the work site in New Haven, Indiana. For the next 4 years, the members of this newly formed organization labored to rebuild this Lima survivor. Working outdoors without the benefit of cranes and other shop equipment, the engine was slowly rebuilt to running condition. The rebirth of the 765 was complete on September 1st, 1979. On that day, Gary Bensman, Dick Yeager, Glenn Brendel, and several others involved in the rebuild effort put their hands on the throttle and pulled slowly. At that moment, steam rushed through the throttle passages and into the steam chests, breathing new life into the 765. And then it happened. Suddenly the wheels turned over, and 21 years of accumulated rust on the driver tires flew into the air. It was a cause for celebration. In the hours that followed, many runs were made up and down the 3/4-mile track along Ryan Road. Initial adjustments were made to many of the appliances, and rod bearings were checked at regular intervals. Later that month, on the 22nd of September, she was operated for the annual meeting of the Nickel Plate Road Historical and Technical Society. The engine was featured on the cover of the January 1980 issue of Railfan and Railroad magazine, and a feature article in the magazine outlined the rebuilding efforts. The 765 had indeed been born again, the largest steam locomotive ever restored outdoors without conventional shop facilities, was again ready for revenue service.